Hello everybody, welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to play some more Infinitode 2. I think we're on level 3.6. We just did 3.5, yeah, 3.6. So I'm just shooting these back to back and getting these videos together. So 3.6 looks a little crazy. Hopefully we can get into 3.7 after this and get that tower. I think we just need to open 3.7 to get the new tower. But before we do that, let's open our goodies. So we get a couple of chests here. Okay, let's do a little bit of research as well. All right, we did put a point into the next research item in our gold star path. We got extra range. Previously, the last time we invested some points, I invested them mostly in mining. We have the individual towers. Do any of them have an XP upgrade? They do on the anti-air. I'm not going to invest a lot in the anti-air because now that we got the multi-shot, I tend not to use this tower all that much unless it's very, very heavy air traffic on a level. So let's see. At the moment, let's look to decrease the price of the sniper. I'm going to add even more range to everybody. So we've got XP, rotation speed. Let's improve rotation speed for everybody. This blast one we haven't used very much, but let's decrease. We don't use the cannon a lot either, so let's look to invest some more in the sniper. We've used the sniper quite a lot, so let's get its upgrade cost down. Let's do the crit multiplier a little higher. And let's see, we've got XP bonus here. This passive XP is pretty good, but it's very expensive. Ore-wise, see this one here. We do have a poison ability now, so I'm going to open that up on the freezing tower, and then we're going to have some lightning coming. So let's go ahead and start investing in that a little bit. It just makes it so this one makes poison last longer, and then the lightning bonus for the length of the lightning is also increased by the freezing tower. So it helps with these extra, kind of AoEs and in these extension of the lightning pathways, which is pretty cool. Let's see, range, passive. Yeah, I think I'm going to save the rest. Maybe I'll do this, the passive XP there. Not too big on the sell one, but, it is what it is. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the level here. Let's see if we can get through 3.6. So 3.6 has less enemies, which is good. No flyers, but we're introduced to a new enemy here. I forget what this one is, so it'll introduce itself when it comes out. And then we'll take a look at the towers when we get into the map and see what's effective against this one, but basic, strong, armored. So we're going to be heavy kind of sniper. And then basics. I'm not sure what this one is, so we'll have to take a look. We've got a bunch of green to mine. We got a good node for our purple mine, which is this purple and blue. So not great for mining, but it's okay. I mean, we could put the purple one here and a green one here and probably be pretty satisfied with it. We do need to get the level or wave 63 to get the third star, which is always our aim when we run these maps for the first time. So we've got sword gained and enemies killed. Hopefully we can get those. I'm going to restock on these abilities. Again, having these abilities is quite good for trying to push towards that star. Let's get in here and take a look. So the enemies are coming from here. Come around. They're all going to get teleported up here. Come around, kind of a slip path. And then I think the armored and the healers. So the little pentagons are healers. Okay. So armored and healers coming at the same time will suck a little bit, but so they get blocked through here. So they're going to take the longer path, and the basics and the strongs are going to take the shorter path. Not much of a pathing difference. We do have this 4 block area here. That's kind of cool. Everything else is kind of spread out. So speaking of the armored, let's go ahead, or speaking of the healers, let's go ahead and take a look at what each of our towers do against healers. Basic tower, not much damage. Snipers do 100%. Cannons, 100%. Freezings work okay. Freezings don't freeze the armoreds as effectively, too. That's interesting. Oh, and they don't freeze the icies. Like this guy's an icy, so he just says, forget about ice. I don't care. Of course, no healer because it's a ground unit. So healer's 50%, 50%, multi-shot. So the healer's really not an easy target there. Okay, well, let's just use our regular tower paths and see where we can go. I need to figure out a freeze map. I think I'm going to put a freeze tower here so things are just frozen right when it comes out. And then let's look at our waves real quick. So we start with armored. So I definitely want some level of, I'll probably put a freeze tower here and here, and then here and here. Maybe even here. Oh, and yeah, this is the map. I forgot about that. This is the map where we start with this, the minigun. So the minigun, I imagine, does quite well against the healer. Yeah, that's our healer killer. So this one here, the minigun, you're going to see it has a ton of bullets and it fires really, really fast. I think when it says fires 100, it's got to go through a little reload and then it just starts blazing a gun. So I really do like this tower and I use it quite a lot in maps after we have access to it. So this is the first map where it's kind of going to introduce us to the weapon. I like this because, this doesn't happen in any of the other maps. So, or any of the maps so far. We kind of get this introduction and there's already a tower place for us. So it's kind of cool. Let's see what else here. What do we want? What do we want? I think I'm going to put maybe a multi-shot here to help with just some overall damage. And we talked about another freeze tower here, right? Yeah. And then, so what I want here is maybe a basic. And then here, I'm going to put a sniper. I want a sniper because we've got these armored guys coming out right away. So we got to do some work on them. So if 10 more gold, we're ready to go. Let's do there. Yeah, and also these miniguns, I do really like putting them in a situation where they have random shots. They're very good with that. I do think I want a lot of stuff frozen, but I also need to be cognizant of we're not getting any weak, so I'm staying away from those. Now the cannon, a cannon might not be terrible here. Maybe just having one cannon. I might actually put one more cannon here too. I'm going to throw a sniper here. I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, just let's try and use some cannons. And then here, I need a sniper somewhere down here. Let's do that. I'm going to put a sniper here. Do maybe a multi-shot there. Regenerates health in nearby enemies. Introducing the healer there. Okay. I'm going to put in a multi-shot here. And one more multi-shot down here. I'm going to go ahead and freeze maybe here. Here or here? Oh, I didn't want to throw that here. I want to do a freeze tower here. And I think I'm going to freeze tower here as well. That should give us freeze coverage pretty much everywhere. Don't be afraid to sell a tower. You'd rather sell a tower than commit to that mistake, for the long term. So I'm okay, kind of just selling the tower and get rid of it. What do I want to put here? Probably another multi-shot. Then down here, I'm going to put a sniper and another sniper. I'm going to keep this one as aiming for the front. This one here. Um, Well, snipers, cannons. I'm going to put maybe a basic here and go ahead and do it as a sniper. So I'm going to slow things down a little bit and look to. I should have invested differently there, but that's okay. Hopefully it will get better. Try and upgrade the snipers and the freezings. Let this go a little faster. The snipers especially, I want to upgrade them. I've mentioned this before. Just upgrade your snipers to at least level 1 as fast as you can. Do what you need to do, but then get the snipers upgraded a little bit because it just projects their damage much farther. You get that range increase right away, and then it does really a lot of work for you. So now the healers don't look to be a major problem just yet. I'm going to try and sneak in some mines here while we can, and then we need to go through a whole echelon of upgrades and get through that. All right, so mines are out, at least the beginning ones here. I'm going to look to upgrade these towers along the beginning path a little bit and just kind of work the whole path here. Oh boy, it slows down. No, slow. Okay, I think I'm going to set up the challenge. I think that's, yeah, so we got this star. It takes damage from the tower we don't have. That's okay. Look to do a couple of upgrades here. Hopefully, the snipers might be able to help with that, but I gotta upgrade this guy too. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna kill that star. It's all right. We'll go ahead and just poison this stuff and take out a wave. Probably regret that later. So it does eat XP. That was probably something you don't want to do. I kind of just did it on a whim. Don't do what I just did there. All right, I'm going to kind of work this area a little bit over here. So when they come out of this, that's max level, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. We got it for free, so it's, you don't have an ability to just put a bunch of stuff into it. We do get to upgrade it though, so I'm going to pause it here. All right, so I'm going to pause it and take a look at its abilities. Heavy weapons damages times 1.23. Enemies receive 16% vulnerability debuff for 2 seconds. Heavy mechanism acceleration is times 0.8. Attack speed is faster and magazine size is larger. Rotation speed 1.5, level 10, the ability of hot bullets, and is replaced by poison. I'm going to go ahead and take the heavy weapons here. We're not going to be able to take another one on this particular run because we can only get to level 3. Let's look at reading this here. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah. I'm going to look to just get these snipers kind of upgraded here. I want everything level 2, and then we can start getting a little more specific on things. I believe everything is level 2 now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start getting some extra freezes going on. This is kind of our working area up here. I'm going to ignore the bottom a little bit for now as far as the freezings go. Look to get these towers up and running here. I also want to pump this sniper up a little bit if I can, mostly because it's got that extra gold bonus. It is a third level gold bonus, so getting bonus coins is where it's going to be at. We just got the second gold star, so getting another gold star here would be good. This one's got damage, so I'm going to pump that one up as well. This one's got XP. So there's a bunch of really good smattering of, platform special tiles that we have going on here. I want to try and take advantage of them. So this multi-tower, multi-shot has the extra damage. 150% extra damage on a multi-tower is pretty good. Let's get this level 4 if we can. And I think I want to start pumping up this basic tower here so when things get closer. Also, it increases its range a bit so it can start firing at things that are kind of going around the bin here. Okay, that looked good. So getting ready to use an ability there, but I didn't have to. Pump this guy up and this guy. Just extend those ranges of everything. Make a pass at these freeze towers if we can. So not terrible. I think we're going to get to very close to the so 5 more waves. So we should be okay for the 3rd star. I'm pretty much over leveled my account, because I've played the lower levels again. I kind of like to do that so we can work our way through the star system pretty quickly. So I've gone ahead and do that. You can try and push waves and get as far as you can on the different waves, and that's a good way to play as well. The best thing about games is you can play them the way you want to. Don't let anybody tell you exactly how you should be playing games. You should hear the advice and then choose to do what you want to do. So what if something's, you might find something that's way more effective, and you might find something that sucks, but you really like how it works. I used to play Magic the Gathering, and I liked doing combo decks, where this big combo went off. But it didn't, usually your combo decks aren't super consistent. Sometimes you can make them very, very consistent, and they end up doing very well. Other times, I just liked seeing the combo go off. It's like, and then people will be like, "Whoa, I've never thought of that before." So that was always fun trying to get the cards to work in different combinations and surprise people. Seeing the look on someone's face, when they die to some 4,000 damage thing, or you've gained so much life, that they can't possibly kill you. It's very interesting, like a life gain deck always was terrible. And then you build a deck around that and make it work. It's kind of cool. And making it work, I don't mean like going out and winning full on tournaments and stuff, but making it work to your satisfaction level, like you go in and do well with it is kind of cool. It's unexpected, for people to see. Probably shouldn't have used that, but we're in bonus time now. We've got our 3 gold stars, so I'm not too concerned with how we end up doing here at the end. We've got this one. Let's go here. Got a lot going on, trying to manage it as we go. Take a little bit of damage there, maybe? No. All right. So I'm going to try and get this basic kind of pumped up so we can try and use it kind of as an assassin there at the end. Yeah, I don't really care for the flame wall as much because it speeds everything up. But it does some damage. These healers are sneaking in now. And fireball these guys. Kill most of them off. I'm going to try and get this to Got enough to probably eat some of those. Yeah, this healer wall is going to be a problem. I'm going to blizzard. Probably shouldn't have blizzard there, but I wanted some of these ice things down. This is really what would kill the healers off, but we can't put much more into it. Yeah. Here is where we die. Okay, we had 3 health left, so we got a little bit of stuff left there. It's okay. Still look to upgrade some stuff as we look to pass here. That's all right. 3 gold stars. So what was the aim? That's what we got. 78 waves. We did some bonus waves there for some extra stuff and progress the wave quest as well. So I feel pretty good about that for our first run. And now we should have, yes. So now we have the rest of the levels on stage 3 exposed. Now, the other important thing in stage 3, we've managed to do the 3 stars every single time. So we don't have to go back specifically for stars, which is good. So we have a new tower. Let's go take a look at it. New tower is the minigun. So I don't think I have enough to invest in this, but I'm going to go ahead and try. Again, I'm going to talk about this U shape that I try and get established for every new tower, just to kind of get it, up off its feet. It looks like that might be the end of the road for some of our materials. Yeah, we're locking the green and the purple now. So I'm going to look to increase the levels here if I can. I'm going to focus mostly on those and make it so that it's a kind of a usable tower. This is rotation speed. I'm going to go with the damage. All right. So we've got a bunch of our materials spent. We've got a kind of an overabundance of the blue. It's not a ton, but we got way more blue than the rest of the ore. So we're going to call it there. Hope everyone enjoyed this one. We got a new tower to try out next time. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and take care, everybody.